everybody and welcome to the Flute Practice. It is Sunday Fun Day again. It is the last creative break of this series, and today we are digging into something really quite unusual, and that is multiphonics. So let's go check it out. Now, many of you are going to ask yourself, what on earth are multiphonics? Well, basically this is a kind of extended modern technique on the flute, which you play two notes at the same time. How, you ask? Well, there are special fingerings for this, thank goodness. So we don't have to somehow magically create this with the embouchure, although we are going to be training a lot here to try and get these two tones at the same time. So this is fantastic for air control and really embouchure control, which is so cool, and why we're doing it. Today we are going to be working from Robert Dick's book. For those of you who don't have it, don't worry, I'm going to be showing you these fingerings and you can have some fun messing around and playing with it. For those of you who are more serious about really learning some of these extended techniques, I cannot advertise this book enough. It's really great. There are some other really nice books, but this guy is kind of really like one of the masters, I'd say, of modern flute playing and of extended techniques. He's also got a channel on YouTube, which is fantastic, and I really encourage you to go check it out. He has a video, in fact, on multiphonics, and he speaks about this. So go check it out. I will link you to a video there below as well. So basically how he suggests we learn this and we practice this is we are going to get the fingering for the multiphonic. Now, the first fingering, by the way, this is in chapter 3. It starts on page 36. So if you've got the book, go to page 36. This is where these multiphonics begin. So if you're going to finger like an F, the fingering for a normal F without the baby finger on, but with the thumb down and everything, and then we're going to put down both trill keys. All right, this is basically the fingering for the multiphonic, which will get the D and the F. So we can play each of those notes separately. So maybe, just as a start, you just want to try it out. You will feel there's both those notes that come through there quite nicely. So we get the lower note, then the higher note, and then he moves through, so we do. Now, he suggests in his book to have quite an open embouchure, which I then did, which kind of made the two notes speak a little bit more clearly. So really opening up, but we can still learn to control that air so we don't get quite such a breathy sound as I was getting now. But to move between these two positions so you can feel that lower tone and the higher tone, and then find that sort of in-between space. In a little bit of work that I did with Catherine Kemmler, she studied with Robert Dick as well. She had a really great way of approaching these multiphonics, and that is to think that the lower lip is playing the lower pitch and the upper lip is doing the higher pitch. So that you have these two lips that are really focusing on the different pitches. And this does actually help sort of open up that embouchure a little bit. So if we get back to that multiphonic. And then finding the sort of balance between those two lips. Let's try the next multiphonic. Some of these multiphonics are going to be easier than other ones. So just a little bit of patience does help. Basically this guy, we've got the high D fingering. We're going to put down these two fingers there. Now, not in its usual spot because we're going to use that middle trill key. So the high D fingering, and then those three fingers, 1, 2, and in the middle there. All right. We're now going to play the low C sharp and the E. So and like I'm doing now, it takes a little bit of time just to find those notes, and that's okay, guys. We're learning. I'm a beginner at this just as much as most of you are. I've done a few pieces with multiphonics, but really haven't spent a whole lot of time on them. So we're just letting that embouchure adjust. It's quite counterintuitive in a sense, and that's what I love about these extended techniques, is they kind of break the normal habit and they kind of approach it all from a completely new and different perspective, and usually help us develop habits and skills that we wouldn't usually have, but that are so beneficial for everything else. So getting back to that guy, you also want to get to that high. The good news is this multiphonic, I feel, it's almost easier to play them together. It's quite hard to isolate them. Get in there, guys. I feel frustrated right now, so I can imagine this could be maybe a little bit frustrating, but we're going to remember it's Sunday, it's fun day. Today's a day of exploration and of courage and just having some fun. So when it's not working and you're not getting it, I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh at yourself a little bit. I want you to just have some fun with this and just be like, okay, well, it's not working. As you can see, I am in the same boat as you guys when it comes to this, so I'm going to try and keep my sense of humor too. Next one we're going to do is now the same fingerings, but we can also do them an octave higher. So get in there. Get in there. I'm really just encouraging you again, have fun with that, experiment with that. Work with those fingerings for now. You can use them in the lower and the higher octave. Perhaps just go back and remind yourself. If you have the book, great. Work yourself through this chapter. There's a bunch of different exercises, tons and tons. I mean, look at this, guys, like tons and tons and tons of different fingerings. It's really, really amazing. Very, very cool stuff. So maybe get this book, work your way nicely through it. You know, it's also great. We have the whistle tones in here. We have the note bending in here. We have the singing and playing in here. What he refers to as throat tuning. There is so much harmonics. Harmonics is in this book as well. There are so many amazing, useful, like little gems in this book. So really just a book worthwhile having. I'm going to drop a link there below where you can purchase this book on Amazon. Guys, tomorrow, last day, a few tears, a few sad moments. No, I'm not going anywhere. I am going to be staying here. Just this flute boot camp that's coming to an end. Happy practicing, everyone, and see you tomorrow.